The winds gyrate over Japan from the northeast to northwest, prevailing out to sea into the trade winds and jet stream towards the United States west coast, California, Oregon, Washington, and above that, the western coast of Canada. That is the direct line of the fallout. It comes in central California. The jet stream turns up and runs up the coast all the way into Canada and then back down through Illinois, down into Colorado, turning into Oklahoma. There is strontium, there is cesium, there is radioactive iodine being released in massive levels. That's now confirmed. We're going to go over all the mainstream media reports. The plutonium, uranium-based Mark I, as you know, blew up spectacularly yesterday. No doubt that damaged, in my mind, the containment vessel. I mean, the explosion was so horrific and moved so quickly. That gives you an idea of the measurement of the blast rate, pounds per square inch. And we're also going to get some demolition experts on separately who've been looking at that blast. But studying Oklahoma City, studying 9/11 with the experts over the years, we've gained some knowledge of this. And then now it is confirmed that the blast at Fukushima 3 was so big that it damaged the shut-down reactor, but it's got the rods in there at Fukushima 4, a uranium reactor. And it has now begun to melt down. And there's 2 other reactors separate from the Fukushima 6 nuke reactors that are also in the process of melting down. And the Japanese government has had a big backlash from the population saying, stop lying. And so now they're talking about this being an absolute disaster. We pray that the uranium and plutonium does not get out, but now they're kind of easing the news out to the people that, we think one or more of the reactor containment systems at 4 and 3 may be exposed. Ladies and gentlemen, if plutonium gets out of there, it makes uranium look like mother's milk. It is so deadly. One microscopic micron of it in your lungs, you are deader than a hammer. We have got to pray for the people of Japan. And the winds have now turned to the south and are driving it into Tokyo, and the radiation detectors are going off. Let me just read to you some of the headlines here, my friends. It's unfortunate to be right again, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and to be ridiculed, but I've studied other nuclear disasters in depth because there is a reactor facility in Austin, an experimental reactor, a large reactor, and a smaller experimental reactor at the J.J. Pickle Research Facility in North Austin. And if I'm going to live around one of these things, I want to know about it. And the first thing they pick up is cesium and strontium and radioactive iodine. And those are all spewing out of Fukushima. And they don't even know specifically which one because they have evacuated the 500 workers from the plant. There's only 50 there. It's a death sentence. And now the Japanese Prime Minister has ordered the workers back in to try to stave off the emergency. As Gerald Celente has been proven right yet again, he said, come on, you're seeing giant explosions all over the place. 2 more explosions last night. First they said 1, now they're saying 2. But it happened in the night, so there's not good video of it. So we don't really know the magnitude of the situation. And Gerald pointed out, he said, there's no way people are going to stay in there. Even though the Japanese are known for being very valiant and stoic and having a lot of courage, and you have to commend them for absolutely no known looting going on. Very genteel, cultured, civilized people. Can you imagine watching the footage of Black Friday? Everybody goes out to shop when they have the tax-free day with the riots and people being trampled to death and the rioting when people don't get their welfare checks on time. 43 million Americans on food stamps in the wonders of globalism. Can you imagine a disaster like this in the U.S., how people would be behaving? I will guarantee you it would not be like the Japanese. I'm not trying to bash America, but we have turned into a bunch of decadent slobs on average. And we should really learn from the Japanese in the way they're handling this. We have to commend them.